Wir warten noch kurz, vielleicht noch ein bisschen länger als 2 Minuten, sodass Leute noch dazu können kommen. Wenn du einen Gurt hast, nimm schon einen Gurt und 2 Klötze und ein paar Decken. Warte noch 1 Minute, dann können vielleicht noch Leute dazu kommen. Okay, let's start our little yoga philosophy section. Is this good? Should be good.
So we are still working in the yoga philosophy on the physical body with Iyengar. And this section is also a very practical section that he described. It's the 7th section in the 2nd chapter. There are 2 more sections after this one, and then we will go to then we leave the physical body and we go to the pranayama. But that's for 3 weeks from now. So this section, it's about pain, and it's about pain in general. So not only in yoga, but also in yoga, also the pain in life. I'm gonna close the window quickly. And the title is Pain, finds comfort even in discomfort. So in yoga class, many students think that they must simply grit their teeth and bear the pain until the teacher tells them they can come out of the asana. But this way of looking at asana is the wrong attitude. The pain is there. You have to consider the pain to be there as a teacher. As we experience pleasure happily, we must also learn not to lose our happiness when pain comes. So learn to find comfort even in discomfort. And we must not try to run away from the pain, but to move through and beyond that pain. This is the cultivation of tenacity, so keeping it, and perseverance, which is a spiritual attitude towards yoga and towards life. So since pain is inevitable, so you cannot avoid it, asana is a laboratory in which we discover how to tolerate the pain that cannot be avoided and how to transform that pain. So the asana helps us to develop greater tolerance in body and mind so that we can bear the stress and strain more easily. So in asanas, backbends, they will learn us courage and tenacity to keep the asana. So the backbends are typically a pose, at least for me, I don't know for all of you, but to keep that pose longer and to have the courage to keep it longer is definitely a point to work on in backbends. You imagine you're in the wheel. It's pretty hard to keep that super long. Balancing asanas, on the other hand, they cultivate tolerance. If you can adapt to a balance in a world that is always moving and unstable, you learn how to become tolerant to the permanent change and the differences that always occur in life. So how does one learn how to make pain bearable? That's another very important question. It's not by making faces that the pain becomes more bearable. So it's not like, doesn't help. Maybe it's good at that moment, but on the long run, it doesn't help. Although sometimes it's nice to do it once. One must create relaxation even when there is the right amount of tension. So that's the key. You have to try to relax even in those highly tense moments. And tense here in asana, it means tension in the muscles, of course, but also in life, when it's super tense, hectic, the relaxation process is the key to go through it. So this relaxation can start by releasing the stress residing in the temples, so the side of your head and in the cells of the brain. It always starts somewhere in your head. So it's like Also this gritting the teeth together that he mentioned in the beginning, it's the same thing. It's like your jaws are squeezing together. A lot of tension is in the face. So he says in asana, when you relax and you start with the temples, you relax the brain, you relax the jaws, then you're going into the right direction. This when you relax this, in turn takes the stress away from the nerves and muscle fibers. And this is how you can convert an unbearable pain into a bearable one. One must also learn the difference between right pain and wrong pain. There are apparently two pains, the right one and the wrong one. Right pain is not only constructive, but also exhilarating. It gives you energy, boosts you, and involves, and this pain involves challenge, while wrong pain is destructive and causes excruciating suffering. So right pain is for our growth and for our physical and spiritual transformation. It's felt as a gradual lengthening and strengthening feeling and must be differentiated from wrong pain, which is often a sharp and sudden feeling. If you feel a sharp pain in your knee, you know it's wrong pain. Stop it. So the right pain is gradually lengthening and strengthening of your muscles. In addition, if you get a pain that is persistent and intensifying as you work, it's also likely to be a wrong pain. So keep all those things in mind. And always remember that if the practice of today damages the practice of tomorrow, it's the wrong practice. Asana practice gives us opportunities to look at obstacles in the practice, but also in life, and discovers how we can cope with all this. Namaste. So it's definitely an interesting section, which has a lot of concrete examples and statements that we should also integrate in our practice. So all those yoga philosophy sections that I'm having in the beginning of the class, you can find them on my blog also. You can find all of them, the ones that we have had until so far. And I always post them the evening before the Saturday class. So yesterday evening it got free. And if you want, you can get even an automatic email in your mailbox when you subscribe to the blog. So go to the webpage, roel-heremans.com, and then go to blogs, and then there you can find your subscription fields. You just have to give your name and your email address, and then each time I post it on a blog, which I do maximally once a week, you will get it into your mailbox. Good. Let's start the asanas. So let's come laying down onto the back and take your belts. And then shake your hips out, bring the arms over the head, and make your body on the floor like in an X shape. From your left leg, it goes into your right hand. From your right leg, it goes into your left hand. And then straight out the left leg together with the right arm. Meaning press the left heel away from the knee, from the hip, and press the right hand away from the elbow and the shoulder. Keep lengthening that side. And release. And then inhale, straight out the left arm and the right leg. You feel this stretch in the diagonal of your body now, from left hand to right foot. And then release. Straight out once more, the left leg with the right hand. Lengthen the whole diagonal. And then release. Shake your hips out and then lengthen. Once more, the left hand with the right foot. And then bring the feet together. Hook the thumbs. Remember which one you hooked around the other one. And then lengthen the arms, straight the legs, straight the arms. And then release. And now hook the other thumb and lengthen the hands, lengthen the feet once more. Lengthen, get out from the shoulder joints. Those arms away from the shoulder joints. And then release. Now take your right knee, pull it gently towards your chest, keep the left leg onto the floor. And then switch, left leg. Pull it gently into your chest. Right leg stays rooted into the floor. Once more, right. And once more, left. And release. Now bring the legs up. Keep the hands down. Keep the lower back onto the floor and suck your belly towards the back of your spine. And then lower the legs. 1/3, 2/3, almost to the floor. Bend your knees. Bring the legs back up. 1/3, keep the lower back onto the floor. That's key. 2/3, almost to the floor. Bend the knees. 1/3, 2/3, keep the lower back onto the floor, almost to the floor, bend the knees. 5 more times, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 1, 2, 3. And then straight the legs out. Bend both knees. Bring both knees into the chest. Straight out the legs. And then we do the same thing 10 times, but we go up with straight legs. We don't bend the knees anymore when we are almost touching the floor. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the lower back onto the floor. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All the way up. Step your feet onto the floor, grab your belt, and then step your right foot into the belt. Stay laying down onto the back. And then gently pull the leg a little bit closer towards you. But at the same time, it's super important to press the top thigh away to the hamstrings, creating space into your hip joints. The back of the knees pressing to the back of the room, and the foot comes closer. And then release, switch. Left foot into the strap, right foot onto the floor, strongly pressing into the floor with the right leg. And then press the top thigh towards your hamstrings, the front of your knee to the back of your knee. Flex your foot, And then gently pull the leg towards you. Keep the space on your top thigh. Keep the space in your hip joint. Relax your temples. Relax your jaws. Relax your brain. Relax the front brain to the back of your brain. It opens the gaze, although your eyes are open, it rolls the eyeballs to the side. And then release. And then once more switch to the right foot. First foot again. And then take the strap into your right hand and open the right leg towards the right side. Place your left hand onto your left hip or left thigh. And then keep pressing that left leg towards the floor. Place your right elbow onto the floor and then hold. Inhale back to center. And then pull the strap a little closer, lift the head up. And release. Left foot. Right foot onto the floor. Right leg straight. Left leg straight. Pull the leg gently towards you. And then take with the left hand the strap. And open the left leg towards the left side. Keep your right hand onto your right hip. Pressing your right hip towards the floor. Opening the left leg towards the left. And then roll your belly from left to right. Hold. And back to center. Pull the strap closer. Lift the head up. And release. Rock onto your spine. Come into easy pose. Come into all fours. Go into downward dog. Bend your right knee straight out the left. And then opposite. Bending the left, straightening out the right. Once more, bending the right, straightening the left. And change. And both legs straight. Lift the heels. Lengthen the back of the legs. And stick your buttocks out towards the ceiling. Bring the inside thighs to the back of the room. Let the back of the thighs roll to the sides, to the outside, away from the midline of the mat. And then straighten the heels towards the floor more. Walk your feet towards your hands, but take small baby steps. Keep pressing into the hands. Keep walking onto the tips of the toes. Keep walking forward. And then release. Grab your opposite elbows. Coming to forward bend, palms up and down. Relax your spine by making some circular motion left and right with the elbows. And then hands onto the floor, bend your knees, and roll yourself up into standing. Inhale, both arms high. Take with the left hand the right wrist, and pull you gently over towards the left side. Inhale back to center. Right hand grabs left wrist, pull the left wrist up and towards the right. Inhale back to center, once more to the left. Lengthen the right side of your chest. And back to center, once more towards the right. And back to center. Release your hands. Come to the front of your mat. Inhale, both arms high. And exhale, out forward. Inhale, halfway up. And step the right foot back, left foot back. Come to downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Open the feet, open the knees, look between the hands, bend the knees, and then jump forward. Grab the ankles from the outside with both hands, and then gently pull yourself over. Inhale, both arms high. And exhale, prayer. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway up. Press the seat backwards, lengthen the spine. Left foot steps back, right foot steps back, come to downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot high, step it forward. Right leg closes, bow forward. Grab the ankles, pull yourself over. Both arms high. And prayer. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway up. And now jump into plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Open the knees left and right. Jump. Grab the ankles, pull yourself over. Both arms high. And prayer. One more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale jump. Chaturanga. Inhale upward dog. Exhale downward dog. Open the knees left and right. Jump. Grab the ankles and pull yourself over. Inhale, both arms high. And prayer. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, bend the knees, touch the floor. Utkatasana. Exhale, bow forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, right foot back, left foot back, downward dog. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, inhale, exhale, down, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot high, step it forward. Between the hands, come into warrior one. Keep the left heel lift up. Gently bounce up and down. And then lean forward. Lengthen the chest parallel to the floor. Arms parallel to the floor. Lift the left leg, warrior three. Bend the right knee, standing knee. And come back into warrior one. Lift up the arms. Lengthen the pillars of your chest. And then both hands down, step the right foot back. Come into downward dog. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale, chaturanga, sorry. Inhale, up. Or dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the left foot high. Look forward between the hands, keep lifting the left leg. And then step the left foot between the hands, come into warrior one. Lengthen the back leg. Bring the back heel more towards the floor. Although it's lifted. Lengthen the side of your chest. Your pillars. And lengthen the arms. Lean forward. Torso or spine and arms in one straight line. Lean forward. Lift the right leg parallel to the floor. Hold. Warrior 3. Bend the front knee. Come back into warrior 1. Lengthen the arms. Lengthen the side of your chest. Press the back heel towards the floor. Both hands down. Step your left foot back. Downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward dog. And walk your feet forward. And come into forward bend. Bend your knees. Lift the hands. Come into Utkatasana. And stand up. Release the arms to the side. I'm sitting onto 2 blankets. Take a block. Place it behind you. Straight out both legs to the front. And sit on the edge of the blanket. So your hamstrings are touching the floor and not the blanket. And then step your right foot close to your right sitting bone. Okay. Open your left leg a little bit. So left heel goes away from the center line. Inhale, both arms high. Keep your right knee close to you. And then hook your left arm over the right knee. Right hand behind you onto the block. Gently twist. Let the twist happen over time. So stay in here a little bit, but keep lifting the spine and twisting. For twisting, focus on the fact to take your left shoulder blade and press it to the front of your chest. The right one will go backwards anyway, but it's the left one that gives you the direction. And then release. Straight out the right leg. Go with the right heel to the outside of the mat, and then step your left foot closer to your seat. Inhale, both arms high. And then hook your right arm over the left knee. Place the left hand behind you onto the block. Lift the spine up and then twist. Press the right shoulder blade to the front of the chest. But do it when you exhale. Inhale, you just be gentle into the twist, and exhale, you twist deeper. Inhale, you rotate a little bit forward, and exhale, twist. Inhale, one more, and exhale, twist. And then release. Release the blanket. Come sitting onto the floor, bring the soles of the feet together, and then open the knees to the side. Bring your Baddha Konasana. Bring the chest forward. Holding your feet with both hands and then gently drop those knees to the floor. Over time, gradual improvement is unstoppable. The practice of today shouldn't damage the practice of tomorrow. Otherwise, it's wrong practice. And then come into easy pose, come onto all fours, come into downward dog. Inhale, right foot high, step it forward, come into warrior one. Bend the front leg, bend the front thigh
towards the floor more, parallel to the floor. And the back leg super straight, arms high. And then drop the back heel, come into warrior two. Straight the right leg, front leg, and come into Trikonasana. Right hand outside, right foot, left hand high. Keep pressing your right buttocks forward to the side of the room. And then turn your gaze up towards the left arm. And lift up, warrior two, bend the front knee. And then switch, so turn your right foot in, left foot out. So you're looking to the back of the room now. First, let's go right away into warrior two. Bend the front leg so that the left thigh is parallel to the floor. And then straight the left leg, and come into Trikonasana. Left hand outside, left foot, right hand high. Bring the top of your chest perpendicular to the floor or parallel to the side of your room. And then lift up. Turn your left foot in, right foot out. Come into warrior one. And then hook your left arm over the front leg. Right arm goes high. It's a twist in the chest. Keep twisting. Keep the hips parallel. And lift up, warrior two. Straight the front leg, turn your right foot in, left foot out. Warrior two. And lift the back leg, come into warrior one. Bring the left thigh parallel to the floor, straighten the back leg. And now hook your right arm over the left leg. Lift the left arm high. Keep the right leg straight and keep the left knee bent. And then lifting to warrior two. Straight the left leg, turn your left foot in. One more time, right foot out. Lift the left leg, left heel up, warrior one. And then drop to warrior two. Straight the right leg, front leg. And now turn your left arm over. It's Parivrita Trikonasana or Parshva Trikonasana. Left hand onto the floor, right hand high. High, 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 and then turn your belly from left to right. Right arm super straight up. And then both hands down and slide your back leg backwards. Lift the front heel and go into a split. So drop your left knee, slide your right foot forward and then lean over your front leg. If you have two blocks, take two blocks. Place your hands onto the blocks. And lift the chest up. And then bring the right foot between the blocks and come into forward bend. Bring both legs together, grab the opposite elbows. And bend your knees, roll yourself up. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, bow forward. We do the other side. Inhale, halfway up. And then step left foot back, right foot back into downward dog. Inhale, left foot high, step it forward into warrior one. Front leg super straight, thigh super straight and parallel to the floor, your left thigh. Lift the side of your chest, lift the arms, and then drop into warrior two. Drop your back heel, warrior two. Press your left buttocks forward. Straight out the left leg. And then come into the twisted Trikonasana. Right hand goes over the left foot. Left leg is straight. Lengthen the torso from your hip away towards your head. And then left arm goes high. Turn your belly from right to left. And then look up towards the ceiling along the left arm. Hold. And then both hands down, either side of the front foot. Slide your back foot backwards. Drop your back knee. And then slide your left foot, front foot forward. Lean over your left leg with the chest. And then take your blocks, place your hands onto the blocks, and lift up your spine. Keep sliding the right leg backwards. And now bring the left leg between the block. Bring the right leg between the blocks. Coming forward, bend, grab your elbows. Bend your knees, roll yourself up. I'm sitting onto the blankets, but place the blankets on the side of your mat. Open the feet left and right. So sit again on the edge of the blanket. It's super helpful sitting onto the edge, and here the edge means sitting bones off the blanket this time. So what it does is it brings your tailbone up to the back and it lets your pubic bone sink into the floor. You have this tip of the pelvis. Inhale, both arms high. And then exhale, look over to your right leg. Only the upper part of your torso is turning towards your right leg. Lift the right arm. And come back to center. Inhale, lengthen the arms, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, turn over towards your left leg. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, keep the twist. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, bring the hands onto the floor. And walk your hands as much forward as possible. Maybe you slide out the blanket, that's fine. Anyway, there shouldn't be a lot of pressure in the back of your buttocks, in the upper part of your buttocks, because you're leaning forward and your sitting bones are getting super light onto the floor. You press with the back of the knees and the hamstrings into the floor more. So your weight is onto the hamstrings, not onto your buttocks anymore. And I lift up. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, twist over towards the right side, come halfway down. Lengthen the spine. Press your right buttocks into the floor so that you can lengthen the spine. And then go with the left hand outside right foot. Right hand behind you or on the side of the right hip. And then lean forward. Go with the temple slowly, gradually closer towards the outside of the right shin.
Inhale, lift up. Both arms to the center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist over towards the left side. Go halfway down the torso. Lengthen the torso. Press into your back left hamstring. Lengthen the spine. And go with your right hand outside left foot. Lengthen the spine. Lift up. The belly touches your left thigh. And then lean forward. Get your right temple on the outside of the left shin. Relax your brain. Relax your temples. Relax your jaw. Feel the stretch, but relax. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, bring the soles of the feet together. Sit on a blanket. I mean, there are two stages, or probably there are more stages, but when you see that the knees are not going towards the floor in Baddha Konasana, then you sit on a blanket. When you sit on the floor and the knees are touching the floor, put the blanket underneath the feet then, so that the feet are higher up than your seat, and then press the knees down again. But it depends on where you personally are. I'm sitting on the blanket. And then come into an easy pose, cross your legs, come into all fours. Come into downward dog. Inhale, right foot high. Step it forward. And drop the back knee. Lift up the spine. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Press the hands away from the shoulders, away from your seat. Two directions. Lean into your right knee from him. Get the stretch in your left hip flexor. Lift up the head. Look up towards the ceiling. Slide back bend. And release your hands. Tuck your left foot under. Lift the left knee. Step your right foot back. Come into downward dog. Inhale, left foot high. Step it forward. Drop your right knee. Lift the chest. Interlace the fingers behind the back. And let the hands go away from the shoulders, away from your seat. Two directions. And then lean into your left knee. Lean into your right hip flexor. And release. Both hands down. Step the left foot back. Come to downward dog. Plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Lift up. Chaturanga. Lift up. Chaturanga. Lift up. Downward dog. Inhale, right leg high. And go into pigeon pose. Long time we didn't do that one. Right knee behind the right hand. Slide your left foot backwards. And then place your right hand on top of your knee. Left hand on top of the right foot. And then lengthen the spine. Lift up. Nice hip flexor on the left side again. And then walk your hands forward. And lean over with your right side of the torso onto your right knee. Keep the hips parallel to the floor. Don't collapse onto your right buttocks. The right buttocks is lifted from the floor.
Both hips are parallel to the floor. Bring the tips of the fingers pressing into the floor, the palms away from the floor. Get a nice stretch in the shoulders. Walk your hands towards you. Place your right hand onto the knee, right knee. Left hand onto the foot. And then bend your left foot. Grab the left foot with the right hand and pull the heel towards your left buttocks. And release. Hands onto the floor, tuck your left foot under, left knee lifts up, right knee lifts up, right foot steps back. Come to downward dog. Inhale, come into plank. Chaturanga. Press up. Chaturanga. Press up. Chaturanga. Press up. One more time. Chaturanga. Press up. Come into downward dog. Left foot high. And come into pigeon onto the left side. Right, left knee behind the left hand. Same foot behind the right hand. Slide your right foot backwards so that the whole pelvis comes closer to the floor. Lift the chest. Place your left hand onto the left knee. Right hand onto the foot. Lift the chest up. And then walk with the hands forwards. Use your fingertips. Let the torso fall over your left leg. Forehead touches the floor. Palms go away from the floor. Retract your palms from the floor. Left buttocks is not sitting onto the floor. Both pelvis is parallel to the floor. Walk your hands closer. Place your left hand onto your left knee. Right hand first onto the left foot. Lift the chest up, look up. And then bend your right knee. Grab your right foot with your right hand. Pull your right foot in against your right buttocks. Lift the chest up. And release. Tuck your right foot under, lift the right knee up, lift the front knee up, lift the front foot up, and step backwards. Come into downward dog. Go onto the knees. Let's go first into plank. One chaturanga all the way down. And then let's do Eka Pada Bekasana. Left elbow onto the floor. Bend the right foot. Grab the right foot with the right hand. Pull the right heel towards your right buttocks. And if you collapse through your left shoulder here, lift up the chest. Keep pressing your right heel towards your right buttocks. And release. Right elbow, left foot. Press into your right elbow so that the right shoulder lifts up. And release. Hands under the shoulders, tuck your toes under. Lift your thighs and the knees away from the floor. And then squeeze your elbows against the side of your torso, lift up. Come into plank. And then come onto knees. Take a block, place it between the thighs, and squeeze the block towards the midline. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, forearms high, lengthen. And then exhale, open the arms to the side. Keep pressing your hips forward. Grab one heel, grab the other heel, both hands. And then press your hips forward. Let your head hang between the shoulders. Keep squeezing the block with the thighs towards the midline. And lift up. Remove the block. Let's do it once more without the block. We can also flatten the feet so that the heels are not so high. So we have to go a little deeper to catch the heels. Both arms high. And then open the hands to the side. Press your hips forward. Grab one heel with one hand. Grab the other heel with the other hand. And then press your hips forward. Keep squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. And lift up. And come sitting down onto the heels. Open the heels a little bit, come sitting between the heels. If you need a block to sit on, take one. So when do you need a block to sit on? When the seat doesn't touch the floor. There are two heights of the block. You can also bring it a little bit closer so that the stretch is a bit more intense. If you have a belt, grab your belt, bind it around the thighs. But don't do it too hard. Give it a little bit of space though. And then go into Supta Virasana. Come on to place the hands onto your soles and then come with one elbow onto the floor, the other elbow onto the floor, and then maybe the shoulder blades onto the floor. Once the knees lift up, try to press them back down to the floor. Shoulder blades onto the floor, knees onto the floor. And hook the thumbs, bring them over the head onto the floor. Lengthen the arms. Press the knees into the floor. And then raise your hands. Hook the other thumb and lengthen the arms over the head. Press the knees into the floor. Relax your brain. Relax the front brain onto the back of your brain. Release your hands, grab your shins with both hands and press your elbows into the floor. And then lift up. Remove the belt. Ooh. And then we do a headstand. If you want, you can go against the wall. But if not, if you feel comfortable, don't use the wall too much. Just have it there, like 1 meter away from you, so that when you fall over eventually, that you don't fall onto the back. So, fingers together, interlace the fingers, place them onto the floor. The crown of the head will rest into the floor. The back of the head will rest into your palms. Okay? So, when you look out from the eyes, the sight of line should be a parallel line to the floor. Then the position of the head is good. And then straighten the legs, press into your elbows, walk your feet closer, open the feet to the side, and then maybe lift both legs up at the same time. Both legs open, and then close them above your head. Bring the biceps away from the underarm. When you listen to this statement, biceps away from the underarm, it actually means make your elbow more 90 degrees. rather than a small angle. Open the legs to the side. Point the toes. And bring the legs back up. Drop the right leg 90 degrees parallel to the floor. And back up. Left leg. And back up. Bend your heels towards the buttocks. Straight up. And then lower both legs towards the floor. Go into child's pose. Sit onto your heels, arms to the front. Relax the lower back, relax the shoulders. Relax your brain. Relax all your facial expressions. And then let's do a handstand against the wall. I want to stand for 1 minute against the wall. Taking my clock. Prepare yourself for the handstand. Where's my clock? Where's my clock? So we try for the full minute, okay? Place your hands and kick up. Squeeze the inside of the knees together, inside of the thighs towards each other, both feet together. Lengthen the arms. Turn your gaze up towards your heart. And hold. Look between your hands. You're more than half. Hold. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come all the way down. Come into child's pose. Bring the forehead onto the floor, which gives your brain some kind of support. Bring the arms towards, bring the hands towards the feet. Bring the knees closer together. Put your whole chest onto your upper thighs, knees. Clasp your hands behind your heels. And then roll onto your back. Come onto your back. If you have 2 blocks, take your 2 blocks. Place 1 block flat onto the floor, and the second block we're gonna put in a T shape, reverse T shape, on top of the first one. And then we place our sacrum on top of the upper block. So lift the hips up. Maybe you come onto the tips of the toes to lift your hips up, and then you place the 2 blocks right under your sacrum. And then you can straighten the legs. If you have a wall, place the feet onto the wall. Soles are flat onto the wall. If you don't have a wall, just bring your heels onto the floor, but try to keep the knees straight. It's a bit more intense when the heels are onto the floor. And then bring the arms over the head. And let yourself go a little deeper into this back bend onto the lower back. Get the shoulders onto the floor. Or you can also bend the knees, place the feet onto the floor, and then let your shoulders drop more heavily into the floor. Squeeze your knees towards the midline. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. And then hook once the other thigh. Lift the right back high. And right knee, right foot onto the floor. Lift the left leg high. Bend the left foot, remove the blocks. Neutralizes your lower back, press the lower back into the floor, belly towards the floor. Straight out the left leg, bend the right knee into your chest. And switch left knee to the chest. And both knees into the chest. Nice massage on the lower back. Gently pulling knees towards the chest. Don't overdo it, just gently. And then place your feet. Lift the hips up, come into bridge pose. Interlace the fingers, walk your shoulders more under towards the midline. Keep lifting the hips. And release the tension from your shoulders. Place the hands next to the ears. Crown of the head onto the floor. And then press all the way up. Chin to chest and release. Bring the right knee into your chest. Left leg onto the floor. And switch left knee into the chest. And straight both legs out. Step your feet once more closer to your seat. Lift the hips up. Let's do one wheel. Place the hands next to the ears. And lift all the way up. Hold. Tenacity is key in the bridge pose. Chin to chest. Bring the hands, arms touch. Thumbs in front of the third eye center.
Thank your body for being able to do all this hard work to release the tension out of your nervous system, to get a more healthy body and mind and soul. Once more, lift the hips up, interlace the fingers, walk the left shoulder under, walk the right shoulder under, lift the hips, release the hands, raise the hands, mix with the ears, and press all the way up. Keep breathing. And then come out. Release your legs and your right knee into your chest. Bend the left knee into the chest. And then lift yourself up. Coming to Janu Shirshasana, left foot inside right thigh. Right foot super, right leg super straight, pressing into the floor from the back of your leg, deep down into the floor. Inhale, both arms high. Turn your left shoulder more forward so that it's parallel to the front. And then gently lean halfway, lengthen the spine, and then grab the foot from the outside. Lengthen the spine. And then if you want, you can go all the way forward with the tempo on the outside of the left shin, right shin. And it's up. Switch, right foot inside left thigh. So left leg points straight into the floor. The inside and the outside of the knee is equally perpendicular to the floor. Both hands high. Now turn your right shoulder forward more so that the chest is parallel to the front of your mat. And then lean halfway forward. Lengthen the arms. Lengthen the back. And then grab the outside of the front foot. Lengthen the spine. Lengthen the spine. And then let the right temple go on the outside of the left shin. Inhale, lift up. Come back onto your back. Halasana, plow pose. Bring the hands in a V shape behind you and kick your legs over onto the floor. Walk your right foot towards the right, left foot follows, and then bend your knees. Now the left knee should come and touch the outside of the right temple. Straight the legs. Walk your legs towards the center, and then keep walking towards the left side. Bend the knees, and bring the right knee outside the left temple. Straight the legs, walk your feet back to center, and then place your hands. Interlace once the fingers, walk your shoulders closer towards the midline. And then place the hands
onto the back and come into shoulder stand. Lift the whole spine up towards the ceiling. From the base of your pelvis, lift it up. So the top part of your chest should be locked against your chin. Both legs are super straight. Keep walking your hands up your back towards the floor. Lower the right leg 90 degrees. Hold. Lift the right leg up. Lower the left leg 90 degrees with the right. Hold. Lift the left leg up. Shoulder stand. Bring the soles of the feet together. Coming to Baddha Konasana. Hold. Relax your brain. Relax your facial expressions. Relax your temples, your jaws, your eyes, your ears, your skull. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release your feet back into Halasana. Bend the knees around the ears. Grab your feet with both hands. And then roll yourself into full happy baby. Hold the feet with the hands. Hold them from the outside with the hands. Press the lower back into the floor. And then release both feet onto the floor. But then take your right foot again with the right hand and come into half happy baby. Go a little deeper. Try to check that the back thigh is parallel to the floor, right side. And then switch left foot into your left hand. Pull the left knee towards your left armpit. Check it visually. So lift your head up and check the back of your left thigh and check if it's parallel to the floor. Work towards parallel to the floor. If it's not today, it's not going to be tomorrow, but maybe the day after tomorrow. And then release. Straight both legs out. Step your right foot on top of your left knee gently. Grab with the left hand your right knee and pull your right knee over towards the left side. Lift your left hip a little bit up and then bring your right knee towards the floor or on a block onto the floor. Open the right arm towards the right. And now let your belly softly, gently roll from the left side towards the right side. Let it happen, step by step. Get your right arm onto the floor, right shoulder onto the floor. Let your gaze roll over your right shoulder towards the right. Roll back onto your back. Straight out the right leg. Step your left foot onto your right knee. Grab with your right hand your left knee. Roll it over towards the right side. Lift your right hip up. Twist. Open the left arm towards the floor, the left side. Now relax your belly. Let your belly roll from the right towards the left. Look over your left arm. Keep your left shoulder to the floor. And release. Come back onto the back. Once more, half happy baby. Right foot into your right hand. Left foot is stepped closer. But then lift or straighten your left knee. The foot is into the air. And then drop gently your left leg to the floor. Can use your left hands to give directions to your left thigh to stay down to the floor. And then release the right foot. Step your left foot closer. Grab first the outside of the left foot with the left hand. Lift the right leg high. And then lower the right leg gradually towards the floor. The right heel touches the floor. Try to press the right back knee into the floor. And hold your half happy baby left side. Press your right hand into your right thigh. Giving directions of the right buttocks, right back thigh. And release. And let's do one more full happy baby. Grab the feet outside, both hands, and then lower back onto the floor. Straight the right leg, hold the foot, bend the right knee. Straight the left leg, press the left knee away from your chest, and release. And then straight both legs high, rock onto your spine, come sitting forward, sitting, and straight the legs out in front of you. Inhale, elbow rounds high. Interlace the fingers, press them away, press the palms away from your head. I'm holding the head of our Buddha in the background with my hands. And then lean forward. If you can, hook your feet inside your hands. And then release, grab the heels, elbows onto the floor. Keep walking your head forward towards your feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. If you have a bolster or a big blanket, take it and place it against the wall like that.
And then we go with the seat onto the bolster. So maybe go first so that your legs are parallel to the side of the wall, and then place one buttocks onto the blanket. Come onto the elbow, and then lift up one leg, lift the other leg, and then place your hands and press your whole buttocks closer to the wall. You can use your shoulders, your arms. Even what we want is we want the back of the buttocks and the back of the hamstrings touching the wall completely. And then relax. You can hook your elbows and relax. I'm gonna lay here 3 minutes and then you hook the other elbow. Let your legs release all the tension. Let your knees relax. Let your bones relax. Let the muscles around the bones relax. Let your skin of the legs relax. Let yourself relax deeply. Relax your belly. Let your pelvis sink into the blanket. And then switch the hold of the elbow. Relax your shoulders. Relax your temples. Relax your jaws. Relax your nose, your ears, your eyes. Draw the focus of your eyes to the attention of your eyes onto the tip of the nose. And then go with the gaze away from the tip and go towards your third eye center, the region between the eyebrows, and see what happens with your eyeballs. Feel what happens. You can try to do it again, tip of the nose, and then go up, 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 until you reach the third eye center. And feel this outward rolling of your eyeballs. They go from
squinting towards the center line, towards walking wide away. And then you maybe even feel that the eyes are looking backwards inside your brain, your skull. Yoga is the journey inwards, towards your soul. The gaze is helping there. And then slowly move yourself off the wall. And come into Shavasana. We have like 1 extra minute for Shavasana, but you can do more, of course. But it's 1 to half. So, thanks for joining, everyone. Thanks for taking this trip together with me. Thanks, Jinjo. Thanks, Anya. Thanks, Nulia. Thanks, Nadine. Have a nice Saturday. Enjoy your time. Namaste. Gerne, Anya. Okay, I'm gonna close the recording.